You open the door, or you come downstairs, or you walk into a room, and there it is. A mouse, a bird, something small and still, placed somewhere deliberate, and your cat is nearby, watching you, with an expression that is impossible to read, but carries something that feels, unmistakably, like expectation. Your first response is probably not gratitude. It's probably something between mild horror and the logistical problem of disposal. But somewhere underneath that response, if you've had a cat for a while, there's also a question. Why? Why do they do this? What are they trying to tell you, if anything? And what does it mean that they brought it to you specifically, not left it somewhere random in the house, but placed it where you would find it, or carried it directly to where you were? This behavior gets explained away quickly in most conversations. It's instinct, it's hunting, cats just do this. And those things are true as far as they go, but they don't go far enough. The full picture of why your cat brings you prey, dead or alive, caught outside or captured from a toy, is more specific and more interesting than the simple version. And the part most people never hear is the part that changes what the gesture means. Here's what's actually happening. Your cat is a hunter. This is not a behavioral choice. It is biological architecture, built into them regardless of whether they were raised indoors, regardless of whether they have ever needed to hunt to survive, regardless of how well fed they are. The drive to hunt is not connected to hunger in any simple way. Cats hunt because hunting is what they are built to do, and the satisfaction of it is neurological rather than purely nutritional. But hunting has a second component that is less often discussed. In the wild, cats, particularly female cats who are the primary hunters in feline social structures, do not only hunt for themselves, they hunt for their young. The teaching of hunting is a significant part of early feline development. A mother cat brings prey to her kittens, first dead and then progressively more alive, so that the kittens can learn the skills they will need to survive. The bringing of prey is not just the end of the hunt, it is also the beginning of teaching. When your cat brings you prey, they are drawing on this same behavioral system. You are, in their understanding of the household, someone they are responsible for, someone whose survival and competence matter to them. And you are, this is the part that is easy to miss, a spectacularly incompetent hunter. You have never, in all the time they have observed you, successfully caught anything. You move through the house making noise. You are slow and large and predictable. You are from the perspective of a creature built to hunt, someone who needs help. The prey they bring you is not a gift in the human sense of the word. It is closer to a lesson, or an offering from someone who has assessed your situation and decided that you need what they have to give. They are bringing you food because they have concluded from watching you that you cannot reliably provide it for yourself. Your cat is reading you constantly. Your scent, your posture, your emotional state, the micro-expressions your face makes when you think no one is watching. They build a detailed model of everyone they live with, and most owners never realize how complete that model is. I put together a guide covering exactly that layer, the signals cats send and the signals they read from you that most people never learn to recognize. It's called What Your Cat is Hiding, and the link is in the description. If you've ever felt like your cat understands you on a level you can't fully explain, that guide is going to show you why that feeling is more accurate than you think. There's a second layer to this, and it's the one that tends to change how people feel about the behavior. The bringing of prey is specifically directed. Cats who live in multi-person households often bring prey to one person more consistently than others. That person is usually, though not always, the person the cat is most bonded to. The selection of who receives the prey is not random. It reflects something the cat has assessed about the relationship, about the person's status in the household hierarchy as the cat understands it, about who the cat has decided is theirs to provide for. This is why the behavior, understood fully, is not about hunting instinct in the simple sense. It is about the relationship. It is the cat enacting, through the only practical vocabulary available to them, a role they have taken on with regard to a specific person. The prey is the form the care takes. The direction of it, toward you specifically, is the content of what it means. Cats who live entirely indoors and never catch actual prey show a version of this behavior with toys. The toy mouse brought to you in the morning, the toy dropped at your feet, the particular chirping vocalization that sometimes accompanies the bringing. These are all expressions of the same underlying system, redirected onto the available objects. The indoor cat that drops a toy at your feet and looks at you with expectation is doing what the outdoor cat does with prey. The object is different. The gesture is the same. What varies is the vocalization. Many cats make a specific sound when they bring prey, a muffled chirping or trilling, different from their ordinary meow, produced while their mouth is full or in anticipation of the delivery. This sound has been interpreted in various ways, but the most consistent interpretation in behavioral research is that it is the sound that calls others to come and eat. The vocalization a mother cat uses to summon kittens to food. Your cat is not just bringing you something, they are calling you to it, announcing it, making sure you know what they have done and that it is for you. Some people find this depressing, the idea that their cat sees them as an incompetent dependent who needs to be fed. But the frame that tends to land differently is this: your cat has decided that you are someone worth providing for, that your survival and well-being are something they have taken responsibility for, that their capacity, the thing they are most deeply built to do, should be directed toward your benefit. That is not nothing. In the value system of a creature for whom hunting is the central competence, bringing you the result of a hunt is the highest thing they can offer. It is in the language available to them, in an expression of something that looks a great deal like love. Not the human version, not the version that involves words or embraces, but the version that involves doing the most important thing you know how to do for the specific person you have decided matters. The next time your cat brings you something, a mouse, a bird, a toy mouse at 6 in the morning, take a moment before the reaction. Your cat has just told you, in the clearest language available to them, that you are someone they have taken on as their responsibility, that you are someone worth providing for, that in the hierarchy of who matters to them, you are near the top. The appropriate response is not gratitude, exactly, but something in the direction of recognition. They did something for you. The something was specific to you. That deserves to be noticed. If your cat does this, or if they bring you prey or toys with that particular expectant look, tell me about it in the comments. What do they bring? Where do they leave it? Do they make the chirping sound? I want to hear the specific moments, because the consistency of this behavior across so many different cats and households says something about what cats understand about care that I think deserves to be said out loud. There's one more dimension to this behavior that most people haven't considered, and it's the one that reveals the most about what your cat thinks of you. When a cat brings prey that is still alive, which happens more often than most owners would prefer, the interpretation shifts slightly. A dead animal is a completed gift. A live animal is something else. It is an invitation to participate. The cat who drops a stunned mouse at your feet and then steps back is not being careless about the kill. They are giving you the opportunity to finish it, to demonstrate the skill that they have decided you need to develop. The live prey is not an oversight in the delivery. It is a lesson in progress. The frustration this produces, the scrambling to deal with something that is still moving, the chaos of the cat watching you with what can only be described as disappointment as you fail to catch it or choose to release it, is, from the cat's perspective, evidence of exactly the problem they were trying to solve. You really cannot hunt. They brought you something that needed only to be finished, and you could not do it. They will try again. This is also why cats who live indoors sometimes bring live insects, flies, moths, and things they have caught inside the house, and present them with the same expectant quality. The insect is the available prey. The gesture is the same. They are working with what they have. The relationship between cats and the people they bring prey to has a particular quality that becomes visible once you understand what's happening. The cat has made an assessment. They have looked at you, really looked at you, the way they look at everything, with the accumulated attention of months and years of close observation, and decided that you are their person, and that their person needs what they have to offer. The hunt that produced the prey was, in some sense, conducted with you in mind. There is something in that specificity, the directedness of it, the fact that it is you they bring it to, and not someone else. Not the floor of an empty room, but you, that carries weight once you know what it means. It is the most practical form of love available to a creature that does not have words for it. It is care expressed in the only currency that means anything in the value system they were built with. Your cat brought you something. It meant something. Now you know what. It's worth being specific about why the behaviour is directed at you rather than simply deposited somewhere in the house, because that directionality is the most meaningful part. Cats are capable of eating what they catch without involving anyone else. They do it all the time. The decision to bring the prey somewhere, to carry it, to place it, to present it, is an additional step that requires motivation beyond the hunt itself. And something in the cat's assessment of the situation has produced the conclusion that the prey should go to you, that you should receive it, that the bringing of it is the point, not just the catching. This is why cats sometimes bring prey directly to where their person is, walking it into the bedroom, carrying it to where you're sitting, placing it specifically at your feet rather than across the room. The delivery is intentional. The direction of it is chosen. The care that went into getting it to you, rather than simply leaving it somewhere, is itself the content of the message. Some cats do this more than others. Some never do it at all. The variation is not purely about hunting access. Indoor cats who never see live prey will redirect the behaviour onto toys. And cats with outdoor access who catch frequently may or may not bring prey home, depending on other factors. The behaviour is most consistently associated with the strength of the bond and the cat's assessment of the relationship, which is to say, it is most consistently associated with whether the cat has decided that you are someone they are responsible for providing to. The cats who do this regularly, who bring prey or toys with consistent frequency, who make the chirping sound, who wait for your response, have made a clear decision about you. You are theirs. Your competence is their concern. The results of their most fundamental capacity are, in their understanding, for you. That is, in the value system of a creature built to hunt, just about the most significant thing one individual can communicate to another.